Welcome back everyone for another lap guide, and we are back at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in the Mercedes-AMG C63, and this one is definitely a handful, so if this can help you in any way, then I hope it does. We are on sports medium tyres in this car as well, and that's what makes it that bit harder. So the time to be achieved is a 1:45.7. Top time at the time of recording is a 1:42.6, and we've done a 1:44, near on dead there. And let's get into this now, which is the data logger, and we've chose one of the top 10 times that's up. I'm pretty sure that's Calster's time. As you can see, the lines are pretty similar, even the braking patterns are pretty similar. Going through there, not much difference at all. Let's see a little break there. As you can see, that's under braking, very similar. And it just starts to pull away there. And again into the braking zone, very similar line used there as well. So there's not much difference. As I said, we're about just over a second off. As you'll see in the top right hand there, it says gap, and that's the gap at the end once the lap is finished. That is how far in front the top times are. So we're up to about a second now, near on, just under a second gap between us. And I think into the final corner now, the hardest corner out of this whole track or lap guide, deep into the braking, and just over a second there. I think it gets to 1.1, 1.2, so not bad, just under 1.2 there. And this is the friends list. I'm pretty sure I've gone backwards on the global ranking, as this was done on Friday, so pretty sure we've probably been pushed back a little bit now. But as you can see, a very competitive time, and hopefully this will help you to get gold as well, or whatever time you're trying to achieve. So straight into it with the first marker here, this bit of grass just after the 150. Hard onto the brakes, down to third. And again here, this little change in tarmac, or on the right there just before the rumble strip, in between that, you can use them two as a reference. And your next marker right now is this little orange thing after the 100 meter. You're gonna have to look out for it. It's in between the 50 and the 100. Hard onto the brakes, down to third. Look how much we're cutting there. Make sure you do that, as these tires are not going to help you out. Little tap of the brakes there coming around here, or you can let off the accelerator. And your next marker here, the 100 meter mark there. Hard onto the brakes and down to third. Look how much we cut here as well, guys. And then up to fourth for this bit. So as soon as you get round that first part, change up to fourth, and then exit the second part of that corner in fourth. And your next marker right here, there's the 150, but we've been braking from that shadow there, so test it out between the 150 and that shadow. Hard onto the brakes, down to third, again cutting as much as possible. As you can see, we slide there a little bit as well, and there, losing a bit of traction, but it's best to keep momentum. And your next marker right here is this grass just before the 150 mark. Hard onto the brakes, all the way down to second, just to get the rotation. Then we give a little bit of rev and then straight up to third. And it will be the tires here that cost you time, so be easy with the accelerator or throttle, whatever you like to call it. Be easy with it, as this car will spin out. And your last marker here, this gap before that bridge or whatever it is, the change in the two shadows. as it splits, and again cutting that and through the line for the goal time. Guys, we do have the next views coming up after this, so if you want to skip through, feel free to, but hopefully this helps you out, and we'll catch you in the next one.